Hello everyone, if you clicked on this video, that means you're the proud owner of a brand new Brita water filter jug, and now you wish to set it up. Funny story, I had originally bought this jug last year, but I couldn't bother setting it up, so since then it's been resting on my shelf collecting dust. So the first thing we're going to be doing is getting the unboxing out the way. This means taking out the literature, the jug itself and its attachments, and a manual just in case you don't have enough junk lying around. And finally, I'm going to go ahead and remove the jug from its packaging. If you have all these parts, we can move on to the next step, which is cleaning. Okay, now if you may, let's move over to the sink with the jug and the attachment piece. Now, I'm sure I don't have to tell you how to clean since you're all capable outdoors. This is just how I did it. So first thing we're going to be doing is obviously separating the two pieces. Get yourself a sponge and pour on some liquid soap, and then just scrub it down. This is an important step, so please try to be as thorough as you can. And now, once that one's done, I'll move on to the jug and repeat the whole process again. Again, I'm being very thorough. Make sure to go through any nooks and crannies or anywhere where any particles may be hiding. Finishing that, I will rinse out both of the parts. Make sure to wash all the soap out or detergent or liquid, and it's fine. Okay, now we can go back up to the table. Back at the desk. Now we're going to be activating the filter. To do this, we're going to be soaking it in water. Okay, so here we have the filter, which is called the Maxtra. And the first thing we're doing is going to be taking out of its package. Careful packaging. Here we have it. This is the filter we have here. Now, you can use any container to soak the filter. All you need to do is just fill it with enough water that it stays submerged. I'm going to be using the jug itself. And then all I'm going to do is just fill it up, just about enough where I can submerge the filter. You can be more graceful than I, hopefully. And streamer. Once we have filled our jug with appropriate amount of water, next we are going to soak our filter. Anyways, you want to make sure to remove any excess air bubbles that's trapped inside the filter. This could take up to 1 to 2 minutes, but be patient. You'll know when all the air has escaped when there's no more bubbles in the water. Once that is done, let's go ahead and get rid of that water, and then we can begin the next step, which is cycling the filter a few times with clean water. So go ahead and grab your filter and then insert it into the attachment, making sure it's inserted correctly. And then place the attachment back into the jug, making sure it's aligned correctly. Now go ahead and pour water into the jug, making sure to fill it to the top, and then wait for that water to filter down. We're going to repeat this process multiple times, so please be patient. Once we have cycled it enough times, this should have removed all the impurities and now should be primed for regular use. But in the meantime, make sure to get rid of the cycled water. Before we move into the taste test, I'm going to show you an optional step, which is setting up the timer. This timer will let you know when to replace your filter, which is roughly 30 days depending on your usage. And setting up is very simple. All you have to do is press the start button and hold it for 5 seconds. And you're done. Now that we've finished setting it up, let's move on to the taste test. I'm going to begin by pouring water into the jug and letting it filter out. Once the water is filtered out, I'm going to go ahead and draw some water into a glass. Now the conclusion. Since filming this, I've been using the filter jug for a couple of weeks now, I believe. I'm sure you have some questions, like what does the water taste like? Overall, what's my assessment on it? As far as the taste, when I first started, it tasted a bit off to me, but since then, I've come to like it and now definitely prefer it over tap water. And the same for my overall assessment. I'm very pleased with it and see myself continue to use it. Well, that's my video. Hope it helped. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below and all that jazz.